Okay guys, in today's video we're going to look at verbs, Indonesian verbs, and specifically me verbs. So if you're having any trouble with these, hopefully this video will help you. So Indonesian verbs are formed by adding prefixes to base or root words. In Indonesian, two prefixes can be added to a base word to make a verb Indonesian. So these are me, and which we're going to look at today, and the second one is a b. Now you can have verbs in Indonesian without these two prefixes. Okay, some examples of that: makan to eat, minum to drink. But a general rule, if it's got a m or a b on the front of it, it's a verb in Indonesian. So the differences between b and me, it's important that you understand what these are, so you know how to apply them properly. So firstly, me verbs are transitive. Okay, this means that they must be followed by an object in a sentence for it to make sense. So if we look at the example here, saya membeli mobil. Okay, I bought a car. Now if I was just to say saya membeli, the sentence wouldn't really make sense. So me verbs need to have a noun after them for them to work in a sentence. Be verbs, on the other hand, are intransitive. This means it doesn't need an object to follow them. So again, looking at the example, saya bersekolah, I'm going to school. Okay, it doesn't need an object after it for it to make sense. It's just the pronoun there and the verb. Now, me verbs, okay, with me verbs, the prefix, there are 5 different prefixes we can use. Okay, and this depends on the sound of the first letter in the base or the root word. Okay, and this is done so that when we say the Indonesian word, it just comes off sounding much more smoother. Okay, lots of languages do this to help with the sound that we produce. Indonesian is one of them. So looking at this chart, this chart here helps us understand which of the 5 me prefixes we use according to the first letter of the base word. So you've got meng, men, me, and menye. Okay, and if we look at them here, we've got meng is our first one. So if the first letter of the root word is A, E, I, O, U, G, or H, and K, we use that one. If it's B, F, or P, we use me. If it's C, D, J, T, we use men. If it's L, M, N, R, W, it's me. And if it's an S, we use menye. You'll notice there that some of those letters have a bracket around it. Okay, and I'm going to explain about that in a moment. So as it says there, you might have noticed on that one had the brackets around it, and that's because those letters you disappear, they're dropped when you add the me prefix. Okay, so look at the examples, 2 examples here. We got kunjung is our base word. Now kunjung is a K, and I know, as an example there, we use the meng prefix to add to it to make it a verb. Now, in Indonesian, when we add the meng prefix to a word starting with K, the K is dropped, and it becomes menunjung. Okay, so it becomes menunjung. It just sounds smoother, rolls off the tongue a bit better, so that's why it's done. The second example here, tonton is our base word. It's a T. We know we have to use a me, and again, a men. Okay, the T is dropped and it becomes menonton. So, this can cause a bit of difficulty when we're using our dictionary to try and find an Indonesian word. Okay, so when you're trying to find a me or a be verb in the dictionary, you have to find the base or the root word. Okay, so for example, if you were looking for the meaning of the word menonton in your dictionary, you would have to look up the word tonton and then look through the options, okay, to find the exact meaning that you wanted. So this one was a short and sweet video. I hope it's helped you if you're having any trouble with me verbs. Any comments, let me know. Leave them at the bottom of the video. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time.